Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So like Dottie, I'm Alison, and I've not used my camera to record for ages, but I'm round at the Sun studio. I'm just getting prepped. I've got a session this afternoon. I've got a couple of people coming back to test out the new pyjama bottom pattern that we're going to use. I'm having a bit of a switch around with all of my patterns, so I'll tell you about that shortly. And I was just sticking some big pyjama pieces together of paper, getting ready for that, and just getting sorted out with where I'm at. And I look absolutely scruffy as. My car's in for service today. I had a little lie in. I got up at 9:25. It was due in the garage at 10. So I did have a shower, but I didn't bother with much else. I think that's all right, isn't it? So what am I wearing today as I'm leaning over? This is the Dressmakers Closet, which you know I'm a brand ambassador for. So I'm pattern testing this week. So obviously as a brand ambassador, just to make it clear, I do get paid by Jane for pattern testing now, but I buy her patterns anyway, so happy days. So this is, I've made this dress twice before, and I did make my own version of the long sleeves. I've not got the instruction booklet with me to show you a pattern, but I'll drop it in later. But Jane is launching this weekend an extension pack. So it's a short sleeve t-shirt with a cuff, and this is the lower neckline. I'd already cut the bodice out, and I just cut these extra sleeves, the longer sleeves out. And I know I shared it on Instagram, but I'm just going to say, you know I talk about my arms all the time, what a great fit they are. It just goes in beautifully around there. I think this is a bishop sleeve, and it comes out to this gorgeous. Everybody who's seen us share them on Instagram saying I absolutely adore the cuffs. And part of the expansion pack is a slightly raised neckline. So I'm about to cut out in this pink jersey, which I've been waiting for, to go under my purple pinafore that I made last week, the poppy pinafore. So I'm going to make a long sleeve t-shirt in this. I'm going to cut that out today, and I'm hoping to get cut out while the guys are sewing the t-shirt dress, which this is in this fabric. So this fabric was from, both of these actually were from Charlotte's So Affordable. Actually this black was as well. Now this one I did get last year, and it's I think it's Ponte Roma, but it has got enough stretching. I made a top out of it, and I ordered some more, so I'm going to make the Nell dress out of that. It's quite nice, got a nice thickness to it, white on the back. So if I can get that cut out today, that's going to be my sew at home project tomorrow. And probably the t-shirt. The t-shirt won't take me too long to do. So yeah, I just thought I'd share with you kind of what I'm up to really. So I had an hour yesterday morning, so I set to before kind of the household really woke up, and I cut out a Dressmakers Closet Dixie dress, which I've made that denim one when I was pattern testing it. So this one is some like blue flowered cord that I got at Harrogate at the Knitting and Stitching show. Some of these are going to be mixed that I do over Christmas, holiday period time and things. I cut out this fabric which I shared last week, which was from Fabworks at Dewsbury. The elastic just needs to go in. So this is the Suero set trousers, and in this lovely Turkish tiles it's called. It's a really nice fabric to work with. So I just need to fold that over, put the elastic in and hem that up. I've done both of these without pockets because they're more, well, because I don't like pockets. You know that, don't you? I know every time I say it you shout at me, but yeah, I don't really like pockets. So I cut those out, and I got those basically pretty much done. And then I also cut out, I was like, yes, I'm buried in bags of stuff that I've just been moving around. I found my Suero set trousers, the pattern, because I did have another one, but I didn't really want to cut into it. Don't ask me why, I could have very easily. I'm not like keeping it for anything. But I knew I had one, so it was irritating me, and I was like, right, where is it? Anyway, I found it and did a little happy dance. So this is the brush cotton duvet cover that I've shared before. I've made an Iris pyjama bottoms in it, so I cut mine out. And I've just cut them in the Suero set because it's going to be a bit loungy. So they're just ready. I'll probably get those whizzed up today, I think, and then I can get the elastic sort of finished with that. So that's there. And the only other thing that I'm on with that I mentioned last week, this is really unusual for me because, as you know, I'm a one project at a time person. And just before anybody asks, this is an iron-on. I've not embroidered this on. I'm not going to pretend that I have. I've had it for ages. and I just thought it needed a home. I'll drop in a picture of this full length that I took yesterday. So the other thing that I'm on with, and I think I'm going to make it Sawtune on Sunday, because it's like our Christmas party day at Sawtune on Sunday, I'm really looking forward to it, is the Friday Company Saturday set, which is this one just here. And I'm going to make the skirt, and I did see Paige Joanna make this, and she had like a black cami underneath it, so I don't think I'd do the wraparound one. I think I'd tie it at the front and just put a little cami underneath it. And what I'm also thinking is I've probably got enough of this that I could maybe make that shirt to go with this as well and turn that into a set, which is exactly why Chelsea's set that up that way, so it's all interchangeable. So yeah, that'd be good, won't it? So the fabric that I'm going to do the Saturday set in, oh, that's one of my students arriving, is this one just here. There you go. So that's lovely. So I'm just going to pause that for now, and I'll catch up with you later. So yeah, sorry about that. So I had a bit of news. It's quite a short vlog this week, I think. You might remember that I've been using Peppermint Magazine loungewear set for my son's school. So we've been making the pants and a jersey version of the top. And I know I've seen other people make them before, but I'm finding it quite hard to get a good fit on them because they are both so wide. And if you were at home and you were running them up yourself, you'd be able to kind of pull the trouser leg on and go, this is too big, I need to down it a size, and the same with the top. But when you're in a room with 4, 5 or 6 people, it's not as easy as that. So I was looking for a better solution. And obviously when it's a commercial business like this is, then you've got pattern licenses. There's a lot more involved than just pulling out a pattern and giving it to people. So I've been working with 3 people over the last week, and I'm delighted to say that it's all signed off and ready to go now. So there's going to be a bit of a changeover, and what I'm also doing is I'm sourcing some fabrics. So my pricing structure is going to change, but currently people have been coming to say do the trouser session, and they were sourcing their own fabric, which is nothing wrong with it, but some of the fabrics were quite tricky to work with. Obviously, if it's the first garment you've ever sewn, you want something that's quite easy to work with. Problems that we've had, well, challenges really, are things that look the same on both sides but aren't actually quite the same. So we've had a couple of 2 left leg situations and things like that. So I want to make it easier. So this is one of the fabrics that I've got quite a chunk of, and obviously it's different on the other side. So the first one is with Jane from the Dressmakers Closet, who I was just like so happy when she said yes. And obviously there are costings involved, but I'm not going to go into that in here with everything. So Jane has agreed that I'm going to be able to use this Nell t-shirt. So the short sleeve version with the cuff and this neckline here. So we're just in the process of getting that redrafted so I can get that onto one A4 pattern piece, and then I work with Liz at Flamingo Prints, and she does all my printing for me. So that's the t-shirt one. So I'm so excited because I want people to go home with a garment that just feels a nicer fit and better quality really. And I absolutely know, I adore this. The fit on this on me is just so good. I mean, this is the dress version. Obviously the t-shirt's a little bit longer. That's what I'm going to make today. But out of this pattern for £10, £9.95, you get a dress, you get a peplum t-shirt, you get a t-shirt, you get short sleeves and a regular neck, and then if you add on the expansion pack that's coming out this weekend, you get a higher neck and long sleeves all out of that one pattern. And then there's multiple variations you can do on top of that. So that's the t-shirt session sorted, you be. So the next one was I've been calling it trousers / pyjama bottoms. It's a 3-hour session, and that includes cutting the fabric out. So it's quite challenging for somebody who's not sewn before. So as I started using the loungewear set, it did have sort of slanted pockets at the front, and by the second session I thought, we can't do the pockets. But I'd been in touch with Patterns for Pirates, and they've agreed that I can use their patterns while the students are here. So, and then they would be able to access them for free, obviously, on the website. So I'm going to have templates of their patterns, and that's all agreed. So that's what 2 girls are coming this afternoon, just to do a little tester session on cutting that out and putting that together. So I'm really excited about that because it's a wide pattern piece, and you just fold it in and you just have an inside seam. So basically once it's cut out, you've got an inside seam, you've got the crotch, fold it over, hem it up, put the elastic in, done. So yeah, So I'm looking forward to the pattern test, if you like, for that this afternoon, having a go. And it's great that some of the guys that have been through my sessions before are happy to kind of help me out as I develop what I'm doing in the sewing school. And then I've had a couple of requests for skirts, and I do appreciate at the moment we're not getting into darts and zips and stuff. I've got some zip sessions coming up. So straight away I thought about Ruana from the Little Pomegranate and the Sabina skirt, because again it's an elastic waisted skirt, but by the time we get to that one we'll have done the trousers and then we'll do the skirt. So adding the pockets in at that stage I think will be better because it's a similar pocket, but again you could make it without pockets if you want to. I have before. It's got a ruffle on, you could do it with or without the ruffle. I'll drop a picture in and show you that as well. So yeah, I think that'll work really, really well. So I feel very grateful and very thankful that these brands have kind of said, yeah, absolutely, straight away. And it's one of those things, isn't it? If you don't reach out, you'll never know. And so I'm kind of really proud of how it's developing, and I feel like I've got a structure to move forward with the sessions that's a little bit different. And so I've just dropped it onto the little Facebook group that the students are in, well, students or former students, and sort of said who's interested in skirts, and then I'm looking to timetable some zip sessions in. I'm trying to work out what I'm going to do for that, but it's very exciting coming up. And I do just want to say thank you to everybody who sent me best wishes messages. I would say I'm over COVID, but I'm quite fatigued at times. I've got a bit more of a down day, maybe tomorrow, tomorrow. And I just need to kind of take it a bit easy, I think. But I've got quite a bit of time through into the new year. Just a little bit of work, but not loads, and a bit of steady sewing when I want to do it. So I'm looking forward to a bit of nice rest and relaxation as well. And we're out for afternoon tea on Christmas Eve on the afternoon, which will be lovely. I'll pop some pictures probably on Instagram of that, because we're going to the Spanish city at Whitley Bay, which is just absolutely beautiful. It's all been restored. There's a huge dome. If you want to have a Google, just Google Spanish City, Whitley Bay, and you'll see the beautiful pictures of that. And then on New Year's Eve, we're going to a pub along the road just for some food, and there's a singer on, so a couple of nice things. And of course, we've got our kids at home over Christmas, and Carl's parents are along and things, so lots to look forward to as well. So I'm going to sign off for today. It's not too long a one. Hope that's not too boring. I hope that you're all okay. It's a little bit different here, so I'm on my camera rather than my phone, so I hope that the sound's okay. I know the light's not brilliant, but I did open the blinds, and it's that real glaring winter sun that was coming in. I'm going to sign off for now just before the girls come to do these pyjama bottoms, and I just want to say happy sewing, have a lovely weekend.